Welcome back, everyone. Once again, we have a spectacular lady we're super excited to introduce you to. I want you to meet Lucie Doughty. I got it. And from House of Florals. She's had such an amazing career in design of all sorts. Now your business is around flowers largely.
Yes.
But you've been doing this for like 25 years and hair and all of the things. So tell us a little bit about where you started and how we kind of ended up here.
Yes. Well, born in England, grew up there. So fashion, design, music is all such a big part of our culture.
Right.
Loved flowers, worked with my dad in the garden, but also enjoyed fashion. I got that a lot from my grandma, and my mom was a hairdresser.
Oh.
So I definitely was around a lot of creativity.
Yeah.
So it was perfect for me.
Yeah.
So I went to school in England and actually did a 2-year program for hair.
Okay.
And I went from working in a salon to my final job, which was for a large hair care company. 25 plus years, we're going to say plus, years in the industry. I was heading up a team of 26 people in a corporate job.
Yeah.
This girl that lived and was born in a small town in England that was 2 miles end to end. There were 30 people in my school, my entire school.
Wow.
Yes, and to end up in Los Angeles, California, working for a major corporation in hair care.
Yeah.
So I've had a wild ride.
Yes.
And it's been exciting.
Yeah.
And I've taken a lot of things on my journey that's really helped me to get to where I am today.
Yeah, I love that. So touching really quick, you were mentioning hair, gardening, fashion. All of those have such a unique, creative, artistic element to them. And you were in this little small town.
Yes.
Right? So now, fast forward, you're now in LA where all of those things are also very important, but it is like a huge scale. How do you feel you were able to stand out and be successful in that?
Honestly, I just follow my instincts and trust what I'm doing and really just do what I enjoy and try to attract the people that enjoy the same things.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's really important to be authentic.
I was just going to say authenticity.
Yes, and just really, just enjoy what you do, and you'll just attract that type of person to you.
How long ago was it that you moved to LA to do this?
I moved here in the early 90s.
Okay.
I came across because I was offered a job with a company called Vidal Sassoon, which I don't know if people are familiar with.
Yes, we are familiar with Vidal Sassoon. Yes.
So I came here to head up their color department.
Okay.
So I really focused on hair color. They departmentalized there. And so I worked with the color department and I trained all the colorists for North America.
Wow.
And worked at the school, was assistant principal, which makes me laugh now because I think about me in school was not great. But yeah, so it was they offered me the job. I'd never been to the States before. I looked at it on a map because that time there was not a lot of internet.
Right, it was very
So
different.
I looked at it on a map and I saw that it was by the ocean and I thought, how bad could it be?
Oh, wow.
And so, I jumped on a plane with 2 suitcases.
And
that was it, and came out here. They shipped the rest of my stuff with the shampoo shipment.
Yeah.
So they shipped shampoo and then they were like, do you have anything you want to add into it? So I had a few personal things, but basically I arrived with 2 suitcases.
And what were the first few weeks of that like?
Amazing. I actually, for the first year, I thought I was on vacation.
Really?
And now living in Palm Springs, I still think I'm on vacation.
100%.
Yes.
100%.
It's hard to be like, oh yeah, reality check. I have to work too. But I arrived and it was like palm trees, ocean.
Yeah.
And it was October. It was October the 1st, 1994. And I said, the sun's shining. This is amazing.
Yeah. Never looked back.
Never looked back. And actually, prior to that, I was living in Germany.
Okay.
And it was cold and rainy, very much like England. So to arrive and have the sunshine and the palm trees and the blue skies, it was just magical.
Yeah. So very big move for you.
Yeah.
No family, friends are here. What were some of the challenges that you had, even though you loved the first year, did you run into some things that you found difficult?
I think you feel lonely until you make some friends. I think it's always nice to come across with a job. That makes it a lot easier.
Sure, because you already have a community of people.
Yeah, and I've made some of my best friends from that job that I'm friends with today. that I would do anything for. Like, we really made a nice close knit of friends.
Yeah.
But I would say like a little lonely, getting used to like the mass of everything here. You know, I was used to choosing from like 2 ketchups, and now there's like 30 ketchups to choose from. I'm like, what is this? Yeah, it was just like a kind of a big culture shock.
100%.
The vastness of it, the fact like that I needed a car, I was so used to walking.
Oh, right.
And yeah, so just the cultural things were a big shift.
Yeah. I grew up in a really small town too, 50 people in my graduating class. And it was always like, even now when I go to LA, like I'm always like sensory overload. Like it takes me a minute to get used to it.
Yeah, a lot of people.
You know what I mean? A lot of people, a lot of things happening all the time.
Yeah.
So you loved that job. You learned a lot. You met some great people.
Amazing job. And it was a very creative job.
Yeah. So well, you're definitely a creative.
Yes.
Yes. But you decided along the way to make some changes.
Yes. I think the pandemic, for like everybody, it shifted a lot of things. It gave us time to really think and sort of get off that hamster wheel of the daily grinds. And even though I had this like amazing job, I reached the top. You know, creative director of a company was a hairdresser. You know, to get that job, they'd never had a hairdresser in that position before.
Wow.
And so I felt like, wow, I've reached where I wanted to go. Am I happy to stay here? And I felt like, no, actually, I'd like another adventure. And so on a dime, I guess, I was like, okay, you're going to make a plan to do something different, because I wanted to have a second opportunity to do something different and do something else with my life. To build something else. Yeah.
So, and you decided to
move to Palm Springs,
right?
Which love. We've been coming here for years,
right?
We've had a home here for over 10 years, and we absolutely love it. We love the sense of calm and the people and just how beautiful it is here. I mean, you just cannot not love it here. It's so amazing. So we took a step back from the crazy LA. I mean, I was driving an hour to work, hour and a half on the way back, and it was not far. I lived in LA. So just, taking a step back from that, moving to Palm Springs, and then pursuing my other passion, which was flowers.
Flowers. So before we go really deep into that, that experience of COVID and questioning, am I really happy? I'm sure you would have said you were happy prior to that. And so many, actually a lot of the women that we've sat down with had that very same awakening during that time. And I think, as difficult as it was too, like what a gift.
Yes.
To have that pause and that stop and to question and be able to question, like, and then take a risk on yourself.
Yes.
Because you're right, you were already here. So what kind of is left?
What's left? Yeah.
Eventually the creativity, you can only do that so many times. So now flowers, your passion is flowers.
Yes.
Okay.
And so I wanted to take everything that I'd learned in beauty and fashion and really translate it into flowers. And so when I started the journey, I went to London Flower School, went for a month. I had a career course.
So for those who don't know what that is, can you explain London Flower School and like how it's pretty intense.
It was intense. So it was a month, which I was so excited to go to London for a month.
Sure.
But it basically takes you through every step of floristry. It can't teach you everything. Obviously, that's years of learning. But definitely like bouquets and arrangements, all the way up to big installations. And so I left with my bag full of goodies and decided that, I wanted to work designing wallpaper and prints. So I joined my friend. She's a photographer, an artist, and we made a set of prints. We made like 3 or 4 collections of prints, and I made wallpaper. And the wallpaper really fits into my British heritage. I was a big fan of Liberty, which is a store in England that's very well known for its prints. It has the most gorgeous fabrics, housewares. I mean, it's really beautiful. It's been around for a really long time. And it's one of the like pillars in London of great design.
Right.
So I really wanted to, I was inspired by that. And that's what I wanted to do. But as I went through, I really need to work on that a little bit more. And so I had a friend who said, hey, would you like to work in events? And I was like, yeah, that sounds really great. And so I started to work a little bit more with flowers, with the arrangements, and just started to work on events and deliveries. And I have a passion doing wearables, which flower crowns have been around forever, but we're sort of reinventing them and doing them with like wires, and so that they're a little more airy.
Oh, interesting.
What's currently on trend is like handbags that are made out of flowers and different vegetables and things like that. So I really love the fashion connection. I worked with a designer in town, Ace Harper. I did a fashion show when she was showing at El Paseo last time. And so I did all her hair pieces for her. We made a really great big hair piece. We made one out of Anthurium. Yeah, we did lots of great pieces. So I really enjoyed that collaboration. I love the collaboration with a designer or someone that, you know, I can work with to create something for a visual.
Right. And so it's not just a flower arrangement, but it's even more so a work of art.
Yes, I tend to lean a little bit more into the artful side of flowers. I'm really in pursuit of having people see flowers more as artwork as opposed to just an arrangement.
Right.
Because sometimes I think we take them for granted, and they are so beautiful, and there's so many species and colors and different things that you can do with them. And I think they are all pieces of art. And so I like to design with a very artful and thoughtful eye.
I love that. And it's so true. I mean, like a beautiful bouquet of flowers just brightens up the room.
Which we should hear.
I know.
I know. I was like, oh, I should have brought some flowers.
Well, and, so the wallpaper in your rooms, did you?
Yes.
Oh, I love that. Okay. Yes. So also you focus on, which is not a concept I even thought about, but on sustainability around your flowers and your arrangements. Because yes, some people are like, don't bring me cut flowers because they're just going to die, and they, you know, but talk a little bit about that, because it's a really interesting concept I hadn't ever heard of before, but I think it's also really important.
Yeah. So like a lot of industries, the floral industry is the same. It's not particularly sustainable.
Right.
And so we have to have a lot of workarounds. So one common thing that people are not familiar with is that green foam that comes in the arrangements is actually single-use plastic, and it's microplastics that are very pollutant.
100%.
Yeah. So once that's finished with the arrangement, it goes into trash, into the ocean, into the earth. Not good for us. So I don't work with any of that. I look for alternatives, and they've come a long way with designing new forms of that. So I tend to do the traditional old way of like chicken wire, pin frogs, so that they're, you know, can be used again. I really try to take back everything and reuse it. Then there's like a lot of single-use plastic on the flowers, so I try to buy typically things as local as possible that don't have all that plastic wrap. I shop a lot at the LA flower market, and I try to source out there as local as possible and not something that's traveled like halfway around the world. There are odd occasions that you're like, you know, I've got to get this one flower, and I'm a sucker for some Japanese flowers, let me tell you. So with that being said, only in small amounts do I have those, and just as a special little nugget. But looking for not that single-use plastic, trying to reuse everything. I do a lot of thrifting for vases, not necessarily vases that I use for events, but for like flowers, keeping the flowers in the fridge and things. So my whole studio, I thrifted, or I went to consignment stores. So everything in there, I've basically just tried to thrift. I think there's a lot of waste, and I really don't like it, and I just don't want to add to that problem. So I, as much as possible, live my life that way, and also try to run my business that way.
That's such a good point. And I mean, we have a lot of really great thrift store and consignment stores.
What's great thrift stores,
right? I mean,
I don't want to tell people about them sometimes.
Well, don't tell anybody, but tell us what's your favorite one or two to go. Do you have a favorite?
I do. I mean, honestly, they're all great.
Yeah.
But I actually just partnered with Revivals.
Yes, absolutely. So tell us
Yes.
about that, because I know they do a lot of giving back in the community too.
Yes.
So what are we doing there?
Great organization, DAP, one of their
Deserts AIDS project.
Yes.
Yes.
And one of the things that they have is the Revivals thrift store. There's 4 of them across Coachella Valley. And so I approached them because I wanted to do, I knew I couldn't volunteer on an ongoing basis. I shop there and I donate there, but I wanted to do something else. And so I said, hey, I can offer my services because I have a creative director background and I can do florals. I was like, I can put together some ideas for you for a campaign if you'd like. And so I met with Stephen Henkel and he's like, I love it. Go run with it.
Yeah.
And so we designed some photo shoots. We did a book photo shoot focusing on all the wonderful books that they have there. I mean, they have some gems.
And also, I love a book. Yes. I love a book that you can hold in your hand and that will go away someday.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
I love a book too.
Yeah.
So I love a magazine as well.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yes. But yeah, so we did one focused on books. We used local talent to be a part of that. We did these great stacks of books. We did it all in the wellness park.
Okay.
So I did some like baby's breath background, looked like clouds, and they were in some of the Revivals furniture.
Okay.
So myself and the photographer Anna, we went and sourced everything out of the store. They brought it over for us. We did that shoot. And then after that, we did one for the tea party, which I love the tea party.
I bet you do.
Yes. I've got many cups and saucers and teapots and everything else. But we did one focused around all the amazing china that they get in there.
Yes.
So good. Yes.
And it's like, because so many people, and it happens a lot here, I think, people pass away and they leave these treasures and their kids and their families like, I don't really need this. I don't want this.
Yeah.
And it just goes
space is a thing.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So I was like, I really want to bring to light the treasures that have been left for us to enjoy. And I love, giving that second life and just sharing with other ways that we can use it.
Yeah.
We did a lot of mismatched cups and saucers. We did very fun cakes. I worked with Cassandra. The cakes. So she did beautiful cakes.
So beautiful.
Chef's
I know. And it tastes amazing. Yes. Absolutely.
And she helped me with all the food design. So she did some really fun food pieces.
Yeah.
We did, and we pulled all the clothing from Revivals too. So we found this amazing blue suit for the guy.
Yeah.
It was like straight out of Greece, I think. It was like blue and like edged and fabulous. I made some boutonnieres. I made a little onion handbag. So it was a really fun, berries, the palm trees, the blue sky, everything. That was really great. And then the last one that we did was we worked on a party wedding theme and really focusing on the beautiful glassware. Treasures, gems. You never have to go to a store to buy a glass.
It's really true.
Go and buy it from Revivals because they have everything.
Yeah.
And it's a nice little fun search trying to find the ones that all match.
Right.
If you want them to match. I'm not.
You're not really, a matchy-matchy.
No, I like a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
So we did this green. It was all green. We did a green tablescape. Green, so it was very monochromatic. I got people dressed in green, and it was just really fun and energetic. And again, it felt very Palm Springs. So it felt great to have that be part of the Coachella Valley, be part of this great organization. And so, yes, I'm hoping that it's going to be out and about.
Yeah. So where will people see that? Like in the stores themselves or advertisements?
Just today I found out that it's going to be on the cover of one of the DAP magazines.
Oh, wonderful.
So I'm eager to see which one that is. And then I think in some of the publications, and I'm hoping billboards around town would be amazing. I can't wait to see it.
It sounds amazing.
Yeah.
And I don't have that skill of going into a place like that and creating something so beautiful, but that is such a skill that people thrive on. And being able to go in and find these little treasures is just so much fun.
Yeah.
I love that. That's awesome. Very, very cool.
It's just so nice because someone's loved it and, you know, love the pre-love. And I love that. It's not wasteful.
Yeah.
You get to enjoy it. When you're finished, you pass it on for someone else.
Right. Yeah.
And I just think that's such a nice thing.
Yeah. That's awesome. So now it's 2025. So 5 years after your big decision, was there ever a moment that you questioned it?
Oh my God. Many times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you wake up and you're like, oh my God, am I going to make money? Are people going to like what I do? And, you know, there's always the roller coaster.
Yeah.
No matter what your job is or how confident you might be, I think there's always the roller coaster. But I just kept saying to myself, do what you love, do what you love, do what you love. It will come.
Yeah. And it's so true. It's that hesitation that, like, will I make money? Nobody's going to like it. That just puts people back on their heels. And if you allow that, then you're right.
Yeah.
You will never make money and people will not love it.
Yeah.
But if you just keep doing what you love or keep moving forward, keep pressing on, eventually your people will find you.
Yes.
There'll be a whole group surrounding you and you know, cheering you on and making sure you make money.
Yes. Yeah.
Favorite flower?
Oh.
Or three.
Oh, I do. I mean, I love a rose.
Really?
Coming from England, I do love a garden rose.
Like a red one?
I tend to like the pinks or peaches, but I like them when they're just about to finish having their moment, because they just get very fluffy and fabulous, and they just like open up so beautiful. So you see the fullness of them, the color starts to change before it falls. And I saw this actually somebody on Instagram had said, you know, flowers help us stay in the present.
Oh yeah.
Because you know, they're here fleeting.
Yeah.
And so it just reminds us to enjoy them while they're here.
Right.
And so I love that. And so I have that appreciation around flowers. Yes, cut flowers don't last long, but they bring us joy. They're proven to really boost your mood and your happiness and sense of well-being. And so that joy and keeping in the present is worth it.
Yeah. And,
you know, we don't have to cut them on masses.
Right.
We just pick a few for ourselves and we enjoy them.
Yeah. I love that. That's so true. It's so true. And being able to think about something that you've seen, like think about a flower and have it really have that meaning of putting yourself in the present. Yeah. You know what I mean? What was the occasion you received those flowers for? Or what was the occasion you gave them away for? Yeah. You know? Favorite flowers for a wedding?
Ooh, favorite flowers for a wedding. Well, that's interesting. There is definitely a trending towards fruit and vegetables being part of a tablescape. Okay. And I do enjoy that. I like that it's a little peculiar and not expected. I do like a little unexpected. Honestly, it's not so much about the flower. I think it's a color palette. Right. Love a neutral palette. You know, I love a white and a green. So I don't think I have a favorite. I think I always enjoy when the bride's got like a really fun color palette or they're willing to play a little bit.
Yeah, because I guess it really depends on the bride.
It depends on the bride.
That's so true.
Everybody's different. Yeah. They all have different things that they like. But I do enjoy getting to know them and what they like and what's important to them. Yeah. You know, being a hairdresser, we do a lot of listening, so it definitely helps me when I'm doing consultations or flowers, just really listening to like what's important for the bride and what do they like, enjoy, what memories does it bring up. Yeah. And really that's what I try to put into arrangement. So I'm not always thinking about the flower unless they have a special flower that they want, but more it's the bringing all of the yummy stuff together.
I love that. So as we wrap this up, as a person who's taken a lot of, you know, you moved from to the country, you made a big change, and you had questions around yourself and success on that. What's something that you would tell people listening, other ladies listening, to help them kind of push through that?
Honestly, follow your dreams, because as cliche as it is, you don't know what tomorrow brings. And if every day is a treat and a gift, and you really just have to enjoy it. And so you need to not be doing things that you don't enjoy, because this is our time to do what really makes us happy.
Yeah.
And when you have joy, you bring other people joy, and it just radiates out.
Mm-hmm.
So I think really, if you have something, you have to take a chance and take a chance on yourself.
Yeah, it's very true.
Yeah, it's not always easy, but that's no fun either, because if it's all easy, you know,
then it doesn't mean as much.
A little roller coaster, a little clutching on really tight, is good. And as scary as it is, like that's what makes life exciting. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I really appreciate your time
thank
today.
You. Thank you so much. Such an honor to be on this. Thank
you. May I have a hug?
Yes,
I'm a hugger. I can't help it.
Thank you.
Until next time. Oh, that was lovely.